I swore I'd never buy another Loyal Subjects or whatever it is, these best action. Yeah, I was thinking, it's like Loyal Subjects is a good company, but these best actions, I bought the one with the computer or whatever, the video game looking thing. It was a horrible figure. But when I saw a 4-pack for clearance for 25 bucks, I thought, man, that must mean they're really good. No, I thought, well, 25 bucks, what the heck, might as well. So I got a 4-pack, and they're the black and white, but they don't have the original red bandanas on all of them. So it's kind of a mixture between the original comics and having all 4 colors represented. And I actually, from some recent thrift store things I found, since Turtle were also on Thursday, I guess I can mention this. Some recent thrift store things I've gotten 2 extra figures that I know I already have. So once I make sure I do have them for sure without, oops, I accidentally did tell them. I think what I'm going to do is paint those different colors that we don't have. Like we have red, we have green. No, we don't have green. We have red. Well, green would kind of like blend in too much with the turtles. I understand why they make green. And yellow would look too much like their bellies. But what about black? Or there are 7 colors in the rainbow, so what about indigo? So it comes on this very annoying plastic thing. Every time I open one of these, I have to something's gonna get stuck when I pull it and everything just goes flying like in that game. Perfection, I think it is. Whoa, there are way too many pieces here. All right. Well, let's start off with Leonardo since he's my favorite. Leonardo's my favorite, followed by Donatello. You get the angry face right there. He comes with an extra face, which I can't get out with my fingernails. I'm gonna have to pop it out. Maybe I can push on the back. There. He comes with a very, like he's looking serious. He comes with a hole in the back of their heads for one thing they share between them. So if you're wanting to get the extra, oh no, I am wrong. I am happily wrong too. Because I was about to say, if you want to use this head on something else, yeah. I hate whenever they do that where you have to share the parts back and forth as you change it. It's like, you should only have to change the head. I shouldn't have to change the bandana piece. And I don't think there's anything different about these bandanas. They look fairly enough. So he's got the fighting head and he's got the steadying face. He's got several hands. One of them's a little bit more closed than the hands he's got on. He's got a gripping like he's about to attack somebody's hand. Or gimme hand. He's got very short, wait a minute. I don't remember him having whatever the heck those are called. Very short katanas. They're not called katana when they're short, but I can't remember what they're called. These actually come out of the sheath. That's good. I thought at first, all right, it's probably one of those things where you take the handle off of here and pretend like you're playing with it. No. I am so thankful that they did not shortchange us with that. All right, so we got his sword that can go in his hand. I can put it in a little bit more challenging. I'm going to check out his articulation in a minute here. And pretty much, I'm not going to go through every one of these because, let's be honest, you get one, you get them all. They're all the same. I'm thinking that's not the hand for the sword just because of the way it just awkwardly handles it. So, yeah, that's cool that he has a sword that comes out. I thought it's going to be like, when I saw those katana, I was like, oh, it's one of those situations. I hate when the people do that, especially like Gundam does it quite often recently. All right, look on the back. It's a gray and black, kind of like almost, not really white. I would call it bone white. All right, looking at the articulation, the head is on a ball joint. Trying to see if there's any kind of other joint other than just a ball joint. Trying to figure out how to get this thing to go in place where it won't be in the way. But as long as we're not messing too much with the head. He's got butterfly joints in the shoulders. I don't remember if the video game guy had that. His arms are hinged going up, and they can go 360 degrees at the shoulder as well. He's got a bicep swivel, which is necessary because he has a double jointed. That's where they look ugly. And then this is true for the last one I got. They are ugly at the double joints. They look great when they're in stationary mode, but when you do it to double joints, it looks like it just looks weird. Since he's been in the car, he's really warm up and easy to pull things off. So let's get a hand that can handle the sword better. Before he cools back down, because it's colder out here than it is in my car. Although it's not that hot in my car right now. I did put the windshield on it, and it was under the tree earlier, but the tree, it doesn't move. The sun does, and so now it's no longer totally under the tree. So let's see if that sword's going to go in there better. It still looks like he's a little more casual holding it right there, though. And the sword is backwards, I know. But that's better than the other one. And this one, of course, won't hold the sword. It's just this doesn't look right when he's holding the sword, though. And maybe it is the sword holding hand, but I just never, well, you don't ever see people holding swords like that anyway, because I don't have 3 fingers. If I had 3 fingers, I probably would hold a sword like that, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? Which hand's made for the sword? This one or this one? Comment below. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I hated the other figure so much. I took the shell off. I was going to put on my Master Roshi figure, making the turtle hermit, because he's supposed to have a turtle shell. All right, the crotch is a ball crotch, and he's got thigh articulation right there, thigh swivel. This is where it's going to look ugly. He looks fine right now, but when you bend those knees, man, whew, that's what looks ugly to me. His foot is on a right ankle rocker. He can point his toes. He's got 2 of them. He can bend about that far to kick somebody in the head, because you kick with your heel, not with your toes, like a lot of people think. So, Teenage Mutant, actually technically shouldn't it be Shinobi Turtles? There's 4 of them. I was just thinking about that. All right, we got that. And in the other ones, let's see, I'll just show you the weapon since, well, I think we can take a look at the figures, but not too much. So the bodies are different. That's a good thing. He's got a wider body. That's Raphael. His weapon is chromed. And as far as like colors, you know how they have slightly different green hues? I don't see a color change, but it could be those 2 are closer together. Anyway, here's Mikey's, the lightest one in the originals. And I think he is, isn't he? Oh, my voice is still cracking. I got some water, but it didn't work. He's much skinnier. So Raphael is fat. Leonardo is medium. He's skinny. I figured he'd be shorter, but I didn't think he'd be skinnier. Plus, his bandages are white. I noticed that just now. So there's a lot of, like, the bodies are not being reused, and the hits don't seem to be reused. Okay, let's look at this right here. Oh, his thing came off his head. These are not bad at all. I thought, I don't know, maybe I just got a bad one is why I hated these so much, these real action ones. Now, he's got a skinnier body, but tall. So he's tall and skinny. Let's see if he and Mikey actually share the same body or not. I don't see him. Plus, you know, you might be thinking, well, but the arms and legs are the same. No, if you look at them, look at that elbow, for instance. They look like mummies, actually, now I think about it. And the way they have their shells, the weapons going across their shells, that's totally different for each one of them. Yeah, I like how they really, it's not like just let's paint them different colors and call it a day. It's actually totally different bodies for every one of these. Because you can see by the kneecaps, there's nobody else. These 2 look more like it in the kneecaps than anything else, because they're not wearing any knee armor, whatever you want to call that. Yeah, but you can tell they're all completely different. Wow. Pretty amazing if you ask me. Yeah, I'm really pleased I got these for 25 bucks now. Because I was like thinking, yeah, for 25 bucks. I mean, that's probably, they were originally $80. And for 25 bucks, I'm thinking they must be really crappy. And they are the best action, which is not the best action in my opinion. So has this changed my mind about it? It makes me wonder, what did I dislike about them? I can't remember. Because I don't really dislike much about this except how ugly the arms are here. And when the knees are bent. That's the only thing I could see that I don't like about them. Other than that, these are pretty nice, actually. The swords are a little bit sticking out too far, but you know, I'm trying to find something to complain about, because you know me, I like to complain. But man, overall, no, I'm pretty happy with this. And I've always liked the comic book version of the Turtles, because when the cartoon came out, my god brother, he had 2 little brothers. They're almost exactly the same age. Like one was probably 6 and one was probably 7, and Jason was my age. But his little brothers were so into turtles, and I was like, ugh, I hated the little happy turtles so much. This was back when I was a skater, and I was like, ugh, happy stuff. I was like, that's stupid. And I like the original turtles because they were like this. You know, they were, well, but they were much more like this. They were definitely like black and white, and instead of the colorful bandanas, they were all red. And yeah, this is the kind of turtles I like. I do like the happier ones now that I've gotten older and I've gotten over my I'm too cool for that kind of thing. But yeah, this is definitely something adults, you know, for adult collectors. Definitely not give this to a kid. If you're thinking of giving it, hey, well, maybe my kid will like it. I'm sure they will as they tear it up. I'm just telling you right now, don't give this to your kid. This is for adults. Kids will tear this up. It's got a lot of articulation, which means easy to break. Let me translate that. I'm pretty sure if I play around with this like a kid would, like bang, 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 it'd be like a bunch of crap. And then a week later, I'd be like, I want a new toy. So just save yourself some hard work. Go get the toy version for your kids if they still play with toys. I'm pretty sure kids don't play with toys anymore. They just, you know, smoke and drink and play Call of Duty. All right, I know I'm being cynical, but it's just me. I'm really happy with it. So this is my favorite character, of course. My second favorite has always been Donatello. And not just because he has a bow. I didn't even take a look at the bow. I am so sorry. Let's take a look at the weapons. And he has something extra right here. Now, I have not read that many turtle books, so I don't know what that thing is. And then he has, since he's the scientist, the nerdy one. I remember when I was telling my skater friends that I like Leonardo was my favorite Donatello. I was like, oh yeah, you would like the nerdy one. Everybody else, all the other skaters like Michelangelo. And he was my least favorite because, well, he's everybody else's favorite for one thing. All right, so he does have his regular nunchaka. And we already taken a look at him. He's got a shorter thing for his head, though. That's interesting. And Raphael doesn't have the full thing like he does on the modern shows. Like the modern ones, he always got a full bandana. I thought maybe they were going for like a crossover. They do have 3 stars right here. We already taken a look at his weapon. So yeah, I'm not going to waste more of your time going over all of this little information. If you want a full review, I'm sure you can waste about 2 hours watching somebody else's review. I just want to give you the quick lowdown on whether or not you should go out to your Walmart and get these or not. If I watched a video on this, I wouldn't have dawdled. I sit there and like going, yeah, but, and I sit there and I almost lost my opportunity because there's only one left on the shelf at my Walmart. Now there's actually 2 there. So by the time I bought mine, there's only 1 left there on the shelf. And I was like, well, if I don't get it now, I might want it later. And, you know, $25 for 4 figures, that's like just over $5 each. So I went in and got it, and then it sat in my car for like weeks now because I'm like, But now it's like, I wish I got these out sooner and looked at them. And I really dig them. He might actually go out to the beach with me when I go back to the beach tomorrow or the next day. All right, again, man, my voice is going too fast. Oh, and I brought the skateboard over because I was thinking, you know, it's a little bit big for them, but this way it looks good. It looks fine like this because they're small and chunky. And technically, I guess since turtles, it depends on which comic you're reading. I think they're smaller than humans, like about 3/4 the size. So if these are 6-inch and humans are 8-inch, this would be more in scale. Plus their little chunky feet and everything. It fits on the board just right. All right, y'all have a great day and take care. And cowabunga, not for me.